Letters from an American Farmer. Throughout the letters 1 and 3, Crevecoeur continues to touch on alternative perspectives, an act that reflects his mindset towards venturing to America and a fresh start, working towards what he sees as the American dream, and attempting to define what is an American.
Michael Guillaume St. John de Crevecoeur was born on January 31st, 1735 in Caen, France. In 1755, he departed to the New World. Here he had a content life as an officer and cartographer in Canada, and later a farmer in Orange County, New York. In America, he changed his name to J. Hector St. John. He also lived during the American Revolution, where he was wrongly convicted as an American spy by the British Army and was imprisoned for several months. Once he was freed, he traveled to England. In 1782, he wrote his 12 essays of Letters from an American Farmer, which became a very popular epistolary. He died on November 12, 1813, Sarcelles, France. Moreover, his experiences as a farmer had a tremendous influence in his writing. He gained different perspectives and interests in the common man. In America, he changed his name to J. Hector St. John, which illustrates his willingness to conform to American society. It also introduces the concept of identity and how living in this new world with new beginnings has made him rethink about what it means to be an American. The American Revolution symbolically represents the separation of identities, just as how America gained its independence from England, leaving them to be identified as a new people. In the first letter, James's wife in the beginning was reluctant to believe that a highly recognized Englishman, Mr. F.B., would want to hear what an American farmer has to say. Crevecoeur was implicitly showing some fears that Americans have with correspondence. However, he himself thinks this is foolish and believes it's possible that a person of high status could learn from a simple commoner as justified by the minister. The minister makes a strong claim about how it's necessary for James to express his experience in the New World, which shows Crevecoeur's admiration of an American and all the values an American holds. Lastly, in letter 3, Crevecoeur definitely gives an overly optimistic view of America. However, contrary to this letter, critics have felt that Crevecoeur's letters were not all about the prosperity found in America, but also the fears of what America might develop into, as seen by the quote from Norman S. Grabo, which states, St. John's sketches depicted both the American dream and its brutal subversive nightmare. Even though in letters 1 and 3 we do not see this message, we believe that this all ties into the American identity and what is going to become in the future.
One of the main concepts that Crevecoeur delves into within these letters is the definition of an American and what it means to seek the American dream. Farmer James states in letter 3, the next wish of this traveler will be to know whence came all these people. They are a mixture of English, Scottish, Irish, French, Dutch, Germans, and Swedes. From this promiscuous breed, that race now called Americans have arisen. This blend of people serves to create a melting pot of culture and backgrounds, but all make this journey for the same goal. As Alan Taylor states, fleeing from crowded and contentious domains ruled by exploitative aristocrats and kings, immigrants flocked to this great American asylum, where they felt liberated by the abundant and fertile land of a vast continent. At last, thousands of poor men could own their farms instead of working for a landlord or employer. Throughout these letters, Farmer James outlines the ideology that would serve to define America for much of the next few centuries. This was a nation based upon industry, property, and virtue. Everything that Farmer James says about this country revolves around the simple word new. The American, this new man, with a new mode of life, the new government he obeys, and the new rank that he holds, the individuals of this nation melting into a new race of man and acting upon new principles with new ideas and forming new opinions. Every aspect of life in America, according to Farmer James, is just new. It's a fresh start towards achieving the concept that we refer to as the American dream. Crevecoeur seems to emphasize this idea of change with his description of the transition to America, as Taylor states, posing this question of what is an American in a pivotal point in American history.
Crevecoeur takes to referencing different perspectives of people in regards to the formation of this new country to make known the opportunity of a fresh start as an American. Each letter concerns a different aspect of life or location in the British colonies of America through people while incorporating a number of styles and genres, including documentary as well as sociological observations that, although seemingly unrelated, create that sense of freedom of identity. These various styles help the reader realize the experiences with starting a new life in an unfamiliar place, for despite them being different, they are all there for the same reason. Elizabeth Cook states that while the book deploys some of the narrative techniques of conventional prose fiction, it is composed of a series of letters that provide cultural and natural historical information about the American setting and events. Letter 3 opens with the question, what is this new man, an American? As Crevecoeur manufactures an idea of an American, he employs a similar theme to that found in Michael Warner's book, The Letters of the Republic. America, he shows, became a nation where one becomes a citizen by taking one's place as a writer or reader, allowing them to create their own identity. Maria Farland says in her review of Warner's The Letters of the Republic that embodied in a written and infinitely reproducible text, the people are both authors and readers, givers and receivers, which allows Americans to be what they want to be, their own identity. Meyer Schlesinger proves that they became their own sense of an American through the idea to dwell almost exclusively upon the spectacular developments of the struggle and to dramatize the heroism of the patriots. These sources all convey the great opportunities of Americans to define themselves individually and collectively.